Hello. Today is Ash Wednesday, which marks the beginning of Lent. And for Christians, Lent is the most important time of preparation in our year. Although Advent seems very important because Christmas is celebrated on such a large scale, Easter is truly the most important holiday for Christians. And Lent is our most important time of preparing ourselves for what Easter means to us. And it all begins today on Ash Wednesday, the day when we proclaim, "From dust we have come, and to dust we will return." Meaning that we are mortal, and we've been given life, and someday we will lose our life here on earth as well. It seems almost depressing, but it is a faithful statement for us to say that there is nothing we could do without God, that God gave us life on this earth, and that someday our life on this earth will end. And so we begin our journey to the cross with Jesus, proclaiming that we are mortal, that we could do none of our life without God, and that it is only because of God that we have been given this blessed gift of life and the blessed gift of each and every day. Sometime today, if you go to a church or if you see a pastor on the side of the road, you may receive ashes on your forehead in the sign of a cross, to remind us that we pick up our crosses every day, but we do so knowing that we are not God and that we need God's help and guidance in order to do that. To be who God created us to be, we need God's intervention as Jesus Christ to make that possible. And so as we pick up our crosses every day during Lent, we pick them up with intention. Being intentional about what this time means for us in our lives and in our faith as well. We know that we are mortal, but we know at the end of this journey, on Easter, that tomb will be empty and Christ will be raised from the dead. And so will we. That with the new life Christ has also given us that new life. So that although someday our life will end on this earth, we will spend eternity in the presence of God. And so we come into this Lent, sometimes giving up certain things in our lives, and sometimes adding certain practices to our lives in order to be more intentional. To be more intentional about this journey that we're on, to be more intentional in our preparation, to be more intentional in our relationship with God. On Sunday, we talked about how God is always present with us, and yet sometimes we are intentionally or unintentionally disconnected from that presence. We are removed from God's presence. And so in this time of Lent, it is our opportunity to be more intentional about being in God's presence, being aware of God's presence, being present with God, but then also being more intentional about being who God created us to be. And we'll be doing it a few different ways through our church this year. Doris will be posting daily devotions on Facebook, on our Facebook page, if you'd like to follow that. Every Tuesday, I will put up a video that will be called Intentional Tuesdays about how we as Christians, as followers of Christ, intentionally live as Christians and what we can do to be who God created us to be, rather than just who the world tells us to be. And I hope that you are adding or subtracting things as well that help you to become more intentional about your relationship with God and living it out each and every day. In fact, if you would like to share what you are doing for Lent or giving up for Lent on our Facebook page or in the comments at the bottom of this video, it would be wonderful to hear what you're doing to be more intentional about your relationship with God and being who God created you to be. But tonight, we celebrate, we remember, we proclaim that it is not without God that we could do anything. So have a blessed Ash Wednesday and a blessed Lenten season. And may it bring you closer to God and closer to who God created you to be. Amen.